What's good? It's your boy Nigel. We're back in here again with another review, another talk about the illustrious, the glorious, you've probably heard the name, Squid Game. Let's talk about Squid Game, man. This show is crazy. All right, but before we get into that, if you like movie reviews, show reviews, reactions, all that kind of good stuff, go ahead and give me a follow, man. It's free. Subscribe, hit the bell. Hit the like. Let's get this thing moving, all right? So let's go ahead and talk about this show. It is currently set to be Netflix's #1 show as far as viewing right now. It's crazy. The show is going bonkers. Now, if you haven't watched Korean cinema just yet, let me go ahead and give you a couple recommendations, all right? We got Parasite. I think that won Best Picture. Great movie, okay? We got Parasite. We got Train to Busan. Awesome zombie flick. And of course, my favorite, The Host. This came out years ago, man, but it's a great movie. Heartfelt, crazy monster shit. You know, I love my monster stuff. So I recommend those movies. Obviously, I recommend Squid Game. Let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty of it. This is going to be spoiler free because this show has a lot of twists and turns. I want to make sure you get the right viewing experience. I won't spoil anything here. This show took about 10 years to get out, right? The director, the creator, the writer, he has been working on this thing for a minute. He's been pitching it out to different execs, and they've been turning him down left and right. I don't know why, because this show has a great premise. It's very well written. So I'm finally glad that Netflix gave him a shot. Netflix is on point when it comes to obscure stuff that is very it's made by somebody that's very passionate. And you can see that throughout this entire series, man. So the directing, yes, it's on point. The production design, what? In the beginning of the show, it starts off and you don't really know what's going on. It's in the main streets of South Korea. And you're like, okay, this is some real stuff. And then it gets into when the games start, it's clean. You know, it's scaled out to where it doesn't look like it's some rinky-dink cheap show. You can tell they put some money into making sure this thing looks right, and I can appreciate that. The acting as well, whoo, man, the passion, the acting is good when you're not really seeing the actor, you're seeing the character, and you believe that this person is this broke ass dude who's doing whatever he has to get this money. And even the villains in the show, you're like, man, that guy must be evil in real life. He's probably a nice dude, but he just plays the character so well that you just believe that he is what he is. The old guy, he's great in the show. I don't want to ruin anybody's names. All right, I would like to try the pronunciation, but trust when I say it's not gonna be good. So let me just refer to them as their characters. The main character, like I said, extremely believable. This dude goes through some shit. He goes through a lot of shit. There's this young lady. She's a famous model in Korea. And she's one of my favorite characters, just the way she kind of stays stoic and like, this is actually her first acting gig, but you would never know. There's a crazy lady in the show, and she's awesome, man. She steals every single scene that she's in. And real quick, I want to go ahead and put this out there. Whenever you're watching a foreign-made international film or TV show, I highly recommend that you just watch it with the original language being spoken. And just watch the subtitles, man. You'll get used to it. It's not that bad, okay? The reason why I say that is when I watch Dark, I say Dark is the #1 show on Netflix. Definitely check it out. In fact, I'll do a whole video on Dark later on, because I know you haven't watched it. Go ahead and watch Dark, okay? So when you watch Dark in its original German language, you feel every single emotion. There's nothing that is lost in translation. You're just reading it. You see what they're doing. Makes sense. I watched the English dub version with my mom because she doesn't want to have to go through the whole thing of listening to another language and shit. I like that, okay? And I recommend you do it too. But we watched the English version. The second time I watched the entire show, I would say it's 80% of the experience. I'm telling you, you're losing out when you watch a dubbed version. Just read the subtitles, man. You'll be okay. So I recommend that for this show. There's clever writing all throughout. Things I wouldn't even think of saying somehow make sense. There's one particular part of the show when a certain other group of individuals come in to observe. I won't say too much, but it feels like they were just tacked on at the last minute. They don't really fit with the vibe of the show. You'll know what I'm talking about when you really get into it. Like I said, the twists and turns are very well made. It ends almost like they want to do another season, but I'm gonna be honest, they don't really have to. This show kind of fits in its own little thing as one complete story. It ends well. You're gonna feel good at the end of it. It's not like you're gonna be like, oh, where's the rest of the shit? Nah, it's complete. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be worth it in the end. I had a couple friends who said they couldn't make it through the first episode. Trust me, man. Just get through it. By episode 2, you're going to be like, I get what all the fuss is about. Let me just continue watching. It will remind you of a couple other things like Battle Royale, even Hunger Games, but it's a much more mature version. There isn't any teeny bopper shit going on over here, dog. This is real stakes. This is real life. A lot of relatable shit. If you ever been broke before, you know what I'm saying? This ain't NBA Youngboy. It's BBB Youngboy. Been broke before, you know what I'm saying? So I recommend it. I'm gonna go ahead and give this show 4 Baldies out of 5. I'll go ahead and put it in the top 5 Netflix originals, man. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments about this show. Keep it spoiler free. If you want to talk spoilers, go ahead and DM me on Instagram at Nigel Talk. Thank you for being here. Subscribe, like the video, comment. I'll see you on the other side. Bye.